This is the Elephant Show, February 28th, 2012. What's up, guys? This is Elephant. Today is the day before the leap day, February 28th, 2012, and you're watching the Elephant Show. And we're going to begin today with the results. Where Rommey wins in Arizona with, with a tight Michigan race with Rick Santorum. According to USA Today, Republican presidential hopeful Mitt Rommey won Arizona's presidential primary Tuesday night. It was like in a close race with Rick Santorum in Michigan as they battled for delegates and all-important momentum towards the GOP nomination. Where Rommey had held a small lead over Santorum with almost half of the critics counted from across Michigan. Two other candidates, Texas Republican Ron Paul and former House Speaker Newt Gingrich, put little effort in Michigan and were running well behind the two leaders. Recent polling show Michigan too close to call between Santorum, the former Pennsylvania senator, and Rommey, the former Massachusetts governor, who was born in Michigan. His father, George Rommey, was the governor of Michigan. So it's a good thing that Mitt Rommey won Michigan and Arizona. Good thing. And now it's time for viral news. In viral news, there was a shooting that happened yesterday in Charlotte, Ohio, where a boy gunned in the cafeteria, and thanks to a hero who's a football coach, he catched him and he eventually got arrested by the police. I don't know the name, but I know he's a 17-year-old kid. As of right now, there are about 4 people, 3 people died actually, and numerous people has been injured. Pretty sad about them. There's been like crap load of school shootings, including not including the people who brought guns to school, which is ridiculous. Why would people bring guns to school? Isn't it like against the law to bring guns to school? Kind of ridiculous. And it's time for the Kate Upton watch, where she's been started in a commercial ad, basically. There's nothing much to say, but I found this in a YouTube video yesterday. That's basically all I have to say. It's time for the Oscars. The Oscars was held on Sunday, February 26, 2012. There were a hot Natalie Portman wearing a hot red dress, Angelina Jolie wearing an unusual dress, Cameron Diaz. I'm trying to think. Michelle Williams. The people from The Artist. George Clooney and his hot whatever he brought to the Oscars. There's been some hot people at the Oscars, such as I don't remember. I'm short-term memory loss, but what I know is that there's black Octavia Spencer, who won a nominee for a Help. She just unexpectedly cried after she won. She said thank you to all my family members. It was awkward to see her cry. It was like the most memorable moment I've ever seen in the Oscars. Billy Crystal was funny, and this year is the 9th year Billy Crystal has hosted the Oscars. It's been a great Oscars thingy. Great show. Some quick technology news: the iPad 3 will release in March, along with the Samsung Galaxy S Blaze 4G. Will live later in late March, and HP is planning to cut 275 web OS jobs to make software open source. Pretty awkward. I mean, it's kind of unusual for HP to do this since the economy is getting better now. It's like we had a recession, like I said, like before. There's been a recession like 3 years ago that's been improved over time. So why would HP just fire people? Isn't it just kind of ridiculous? Some Google news, according in a San Francisco Chronicle, it said that Google's changes to its privacy policy don't meet the European data protection standards. France's National Commission for Computing and Civil Liberties said that after a preliminary analysis with Google's privacy, I suppose. I'm not really sure. Now let's talk about Dancing with the Stars. We have the list for Dancing with the Stars that will be premiering. I don't know when it's supposed to be. I don't. It's going to prepare on March 19th, which will feature Gavin DeGraw, Donald Driver, Rashawn Ferrigan, Melissa Gilbert, Catherine Jenkins, Gladys Knight, Willem Levy, Maria Menounos, Martina Navola, Sherry Shepard, and Jack Wagner and Gio White, where they were partnered up with dancers of Dancing with the Stars that have been dancing for the past few seasons on Dancing with the Stars. So go check it out. The Voices might still be a good show, but Dancing with the Stars and The Voice, I don't know. They've also seemed like kind of a good show, but it's your choice. If you're a Dancing with the Stars fan, then watch Dancing with the Stars. If you're a Voice fan, then watch The Voice. It's honestly your choice. Honestly, it wouldn't matter with me. Some economy news going on. The Wall Street has just ended the day with over 13,000 points. According to Los Angeles Times, a Wall Street rally that few expected has carried the Dow Jones Index above 13,000 points for the first time in nearly 4 years, leading to some to predict an extended bull run that could lift stocks to record levels. Stocks have been driven higher by signs of improving economy, including declining unemployment, rising consumer confidence, and strong corporate earnings. The sheer steepness of the rise, the Dow closed at about 13,000 points, up about 6.5% since January 1st, while the tech-heavy Nasdaq has soared nearly 50%, which had triggered warnings that a correction may be on the way. Rising oil prices and global political tensions could also put an early end to Wall Street's ongoing New Year's party. Let's not only talk about Wall Street. Let's also talk about the gas prices. They also have reached record prices. Los Angeles. Heard that Los Angeles now. People will now have to pay about $5 a gallon. I don't know about Hawaii, but they're probably gonna have to pay like about $5.30 per gallon. Gas is rising. We gotta find out. It's gonna be tough to pay. World news tonight. Some journalists has died in Syria because of the awful protests going on and the rage going on there. Kind of brutal. There's been numerous people who's gotten injured, and some of the people have died during that battle in Syria. Pretty brutal. So I apologize for that for these journalists. And in addition to that, the Oscar Branstein Bears also died today. We will remember these people and the people who got attacked, who got killed in Syria after those brutal protests and rage going on over there. Thank you as always for watching the Ella Fun Show. On March 6th, we will have a special edition of the Ella Fun Show. We'll be talking about the Super Tuesday primary, including the Massachusetts primary and all other primaries that will be held on March 6th. And on March 13th, one of the stories we'll be talking about is the features of the iPad 3 and the changes from iPad 2. These stories will be coming up next week or so on the Ella Fun Show. I am Ella Fun, not on the video right now, and I'll see you next Tuesday on Super Tuesday.